Good day to you, ladies and gentlemen. Elton's McFall here in Montreal. As I've been saying, God knows how many hundreds of times at this point, I guess, considering if you're not aware of my videos. I do have over 14,000 videos. I'm a sick man. I think if you were to look up my name in the dictionary, it would be the definition of obsession, obsessive type, you know? That didn't come out right. Anyway, whatever, it doesn't matter. Hey, listen, if you've been watching all the time, I always say become a patron. You want to become a patron? Get yourself a t-shirt and visit underneath this video the link for my Teespring store. Well, now it's called Spring. I guess T sounded ridiculous. But anyway, here's one I've had already 2-3 years, I guess. Yeah, the new look painting that I did, which is right here. Right there. There it is. I still have it. Actually, I just posted this picture of this to a bus enthusiast group on Facebook recently. Yeah, I got a lot of... But again, it's hundreds of dollars, It's not for everybody. But if you've got the money to buy that, hey, by all means, get in touch with me. Or if you want to buy this right here that I just finished. Ooh, yeah, I'm very proud to have finished this painting because, of course, it has become this, as it's known, the Shitmobile, this 74 rough New Yorker, as a Canadian part of history, because again, the Trailer Park Boys, in which this is the star of the show in terms of cars, that Ricky's car, this show started in 1998. I don't remember, the creator's name is Michael something. I can't remember his last name is Mac something, McIntyre, I don't know, McClellan. I had a boss named McClellan. And I hope this is showing up well on the GoPro. It looks pretty good. I got the lighting good, not like when the last painting I did was of was that Dodge Charger Daytona in the same size canvas like this, and I didn't have this light on here. Thanks to the Montreal Association for the Blind for this one, by the way. Yeah, everything was like reflecting. Like there was too much reflection in all the paint, so it looks really good this time. Looks pretty darn tootin'. I think it's fine like that. I could even get up if I want to. And so anyway, I had this idea for a while, and it's funny because having done that Charger Daytona for Nick, I thought, well, why not keep that Mopar theme going and do another Chrysler product? And there's another famous Chrysler that actually, this guy here, the picture I used to do this painting, this guy actually made a like almost exact replica of the Shitmobile from the TV show. This guy from London, Ontario. And actually, I wanted to really use a picture of the actual one from the show, but these still images from the show, with whatever episodes they were, the resolution was too crummy. It was too crappy of quality. So I found this picture. I said, "Holy shit!" I said, "This is perfect. This is the guy. What's his name? Mike so and so out of London did an amazing job with this car. He drove to Nova Scotia. I mean, the Trailer Park. It's been in the Trailer Park Boys." A few episodes, and anyway, it's made a lot of people smile. Thousands and thousands of people smile. It's a big deal. So hey, maybe the guy's got the loot now. He's got some cash. I don't know. Maybe he'd be interested in buying this. Of course, I'd be fucking. And I figure I should start swearing at this point because the whole fucking show is about swearing. Really, that's really one of the bases of the show. It was actually amazing that this show was aired in Canada in '98 at that time, because this is like when The Sopranos was coming out, or just came out, and there was so many like you fuck right off and go fuck yourself and you motherfucker and all this stuff. So it's as a Vulgarian as I am, even though I try to less be, it's again, this is a very popular show worldwide, in the US big time, in Australia and Britain. And actually, before I forget, and you're probably wondering to yourself, how much is this piece going to cost that I've been working on for over 2 weeks? Well, I got a great number for you. I mean, if somebody doesn't pick it up, it's going to be $440, right? So $440, which in tune is what the engine, and the only engine that was in these New Yorkers for many years was only the 440 plant, cubic inches V8. And oddly enough, in these years these cars were made, I mean, this was made right after the oil crisis, so these engines, as impressive they were in size and sound and all that, they did perform well, but they were gutless. They had no horsepower. Oh yeah, and by the way, so if it wasn't challenging enough to do this painting of all these rust and the green and black paint, which the green, of course, I laid out first, and all these little details. By the way, I've noticed in the stills in the show, there's no license plate on the car in the actual show. I think that's intentional. But just from memory, I just did these trailers from memory, just like that, just like I'd seen that show or wherever else, you know. And look, I go right down to the last details, you know, like the filler piece here that's missing. The plastic piece is gone, of course, because it's plastic. It broke. You know, the little rust here underneath the side marker lights. I even just finished with the trailer hitch there. You know, all these little details. So take it all in, boys. It's again, to say for poor people like me, this is actually for people who can actually rub more than 2 cents together, eh? And look, I even went all around with it. Look, I did all the blue here. The sky is there, man. 2 different blues used for that. The sides are good. Look at this. Check this out here. On this side too, right? Yeah, see underneath everywhere. So, I don't know. Frankly, I went to go take a piss right after I finished this, and I thought to myself, I don't know, maybe I should charge 500. I mean, Jesus Christ, I've been asking like 750 for, or something like that, 650 for this bus. I'm certain thing maybe it's a bit too much. I think if somebody offered me 500 bucks, it'd be sold. Because, I don't know, maybe arguably this one took even more work than this painting. I don't know, or maybe it's the same. So, you know, I've had people, you know, I've always had people that say, oh, you know, you don't charge enough for your stuff. You're always underselling your stuff. I said, yeah, maybe a bit, but, you know, again, I price things to sell, you know. Again, I'm doing this full time now, and I love what I do. And frankly, I'm working harder than ever on this or selling ads or whatever to make money, and not just to survive, but so it would be nice to not have to work some stupid part-time job, which I've been looking, and they're all fucking crap anyway. Every one of them. And even the customer service jobs, which I was, you know, very good at, the last job I did, they're all full-time jobs because everybody has such a lack of personnel. Ming. So yeah, it would be nice to sell this to, you know, John Paul Tremblay, the guy who played Ricky, obviously, or, you know, one of these guys, or like I said, that guy, I think his name is Mike, who did an incredible job with this car. I mean, he even talks like one of the Trailer Park Boys. It's too much, man. It just goes to show you. It's like people who, you know, recreate other famous movie cars like Christine or Knight Rider, the Fall Guy, the General Lee. What else, you know? And but this is on another level because it's a piece of shit. And the guy, when he was driving around, he even drove through here. I wish I could have seen the damn thing. He drove on the Metropolitan going obviously to the Maritimes. I missed it. And he'd have a yellow door. He'd you know, obviously, and then for he's showing the car, whatever, he'd put the yellow door in the trunk because it could fit, because his trunk is so massive. Oh yeah, that's another thing I forgot to mention. That's why I'm glad I'm taking my time with this video, is that, you know, the reason why I don't want to really do any smaller paintings anymore, like I've been doing for a while with these 18 by 24 jobs, for the, you know, and the 16 by 20 and all that, is because they're not big enough for all these big American boats that I'm painting. That I love these cars, you know, like the next one I got in mind, or another Mopar. I'm not going to say what it is, unless I get a gig, you know, doing somebody a commission for somebody. But again, look how I was able to fit that in beautifully, fit it in perfectly with the canvas, one end to another. I didn't feel like, even the last painting I did, which of course, unfortunately, you won't see until November, because it was something I did for my friend Ed, and it's not even a full-size car, and I chopped a little bit of the rear off, you know, just to show you how it ain't obvious to do paintings on small canvases, you know. So I mean, these are massive, giant monster cars, you know. Which reminds me, actually, speaking of that and these monster cars, I remember one time I used to go I had kind of like a client base of people who I would sell these vintage magazine ads that I have, right? And there was one time I was waiting for the bus at Deliglees Metro, and this lady, she's looking at these ads. I would have them like cut on cardboard to size with a clear plastic over them, you know, and she looked at that, and I'm like, I told her, I turned to her and I said, it's nice, eh? And she's like, she's like, they were too big. And I'm like, wow, that says a lot, because most people I don't think would have said that, really, because again, for me, this stuff is a religion, as you know, as you can tell there, if you're not familiar with my videos. There's the LTD painting, that one I can't believe I didn't sell, but you know, what are you gonna do? It's I want, like, you know, over $1,000 for this. So thanks for watching, guys. Again, you want to get in touch with me and you're interested in this painting, you can find me on Facebook, or you can, of course, contact me through my email, which is eltonmcfall, spelled like it sounds, McFall, M-C-F-A-L-L, eltonmcfall@hotmail.com. And thanks very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care, and boy, by the way, I'm doing well, not financially, but just to be able to say that I finished this painting today, and even yesterday I did that, finished that painting of that model of that AMT 72 Chevy Cheyenne pickup. I mean, that's very rare in my life. I've ever had two projects going on at the same time. So I have to say, I'm doing well. I'm feeling great. And the pericarditis, I kicked that son of a bitch's ass and not bothering me anymore. That's it. Now I'm going to go see Ben and we're going to go have dinner later. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care, be good, and be well.